Hey YouTube, Nathan here with NMR, aka NJ Motorsports. A little disclaimer before we get into the video. I just wanted to say that this may be redundant to some or a no-brainer to others, but I just want to do my weekly overview of what I do. I'm asked all the time, how are you so fast? What's your secret? What little tricks do you do? And it just wanted to make a video of what I do because it takes more than just showing up on a Saturday and driving. It's being consistent, hitting your lines, being a good driver, and most of all, kart maintenance. Wheels, prep, the wheels are the only thing that hits the track. You don't have to cheat. There's no secret recipe. It's just consistency, good maintenance program for your kart, and then you'll be up at the top. Hey YouTube, Nathan here, obviously with the 12J, Justine with me. What I want to do this week is do a little vlog of my weekly duties, or I guess preparation each week for getting the car done. So today is Sunday the 4th. We just raced last night. As you see here, Justine is scrubbing and getting all the mud and everything off. We're pressure washing it. Have a little help from baby Donald. And then, as you see, we have the tires over here. So we pressure wash those, got them all cleaned up, get all the dirt, extra prep, everything off, and get them ready.
The very next day.
Yeah, we always do it the very next day. Make sure we get to prepping and conditioning for the tires for this coming week. So I'll do every day here. I'm going to do a little video and show you what we do to get ready, just to show like kind of the preparation that we do, that we kind of come accustomed to every week. And I mean, that's pretty much it. If we do any changes to the cart, we'll also let you know. So as you can see, Justine just scrubbed the tires, get all the dirt, all the extra prep and stuff off. Now what I do is I pressure wash them to make sure we get everything off of the wheel. So now the tires are done. We got them scrubbed. Usually it's a lot better to do on a sunny day because they dry out a lot better. But we'll put them in the garage tonight, let them dry out so we can check the durometer and start conditioning and prepping them for the week to come. Okay guys, so for day 2, here we're in the garage. We washed the cart yesterday, scrubbed the tires. Now starts the prepping and conditioning phase for the week. So what I like to do, I like to use these little pads here. I'm not going to tell you what I use. You pick your own stuff. You like what you like. We'll just go from there. But I like to use a little prep here. It doesn't drop the duro much at all. And it puts oils back in the tire. So we're starting this here on Monday so that the oils can soak in all week, so that we have a good, when the tires warm up on the track on the weekend, the prep stays in the tire longer. So squeeze it out. What I like to do to get a nice smooth layer of prep on, I'll go from dot to dot on the tire. And I always start in the middle. I do my lines. Then I'll do a little shimmy up, just to the dot, and I'll do the edge. And then what I do, I repeat the process for every tire. It gives a nice smooth line, not too much prep, but enough so that when it soaks in, we're good to go. So I'll finish up all these tires, and I'll get back to you tomorrow for day 3. One thing I was thinking about as I'm prepping these wheels is, or tires, wheels in the middle. The most important thing I said about using a thin pad to make the thin layer, because it's really important that you put a thin layer of prep on. You don't want it dripping wet. It's really important, like when I'm doing these lines, I go right down the lines on the wheel, because you don't want to get prep on the sidewall of the wheels. You just want it on a part of the wheel in the tire that touches the track. So it's really important to just do your nice little thin layer, just like that, not over the edges, not touching the sidewall, to get that nice thin even prep on your wheel. Then you can always go around the outside, just make sure you don't go over those lines. Guys, going into day 3 of the weekly karting maintenance that we do, I like to put a fresh oil change in after a race weekend. Running flathead, I like to use the Briggs & Stratton 4T oil. That's my preference. Put 12 in it. And then we're also going to check the durometer of the tires. With it being fall, being September, the track holds a little more water. You want to make sure you're in the correct duro so that you maintain grip on the track for the whole race. So while the oil drains, like I said, we're going to duro the tires. Being fall time, obviously the track's going to hold a lot more water. It's going to be a little bit more wet. Our track is a low bite sandy track, so we want to be between 30-35 for durometer on our tires. So go on the outside, check the middle, and I'm at right about 34. And I'm pretty happy with that, of where that's going to be. So I'm going to check all my tires and make sure. Now, with my wheels being pretty much where I want them to be for a durometer, I might do one more layer of a non-aggressive prep just so they can sit for the week and absorb for this race weekend. Now, if you need to drop heavy durometer in your tires, say you're punching about 40-45, that's where you want to either prep eternally and roll them, or the best bet would be to use a hot box. That's going to drop your durometer down. And then that will also determine the prep that you're going to use. I don't like using a lot of harsh preps on my tires because obviously it kills the tires a lot faster. So that's why I prep earlier in the week and let it go through. So for our track, we use Insanity wet track. It drops the durometer a little bit, but they came out with an extreme wet track, which drops your durometer about 5 points. So if you're looking for that drop and you don't have a hot box, you don't want to roll it, do 2 or 3 layers of that each day. Check your durometer until you get that desired durometer reading that you want to get. Now for the oil change, what I like to do is I like to do between 12 and 13 ounces of 4T. So measure it with my oil. A little bit above 12. Then slowly open it up and let it drain the whole way in to the motor. Okay. Here we are, day 4. What I like to do is kart and part maintenance. From beating and banging on the track, from running off the track, from just normal vibration. I like to check every nut and screw. I'll take my Allen wrenches. I'll check every wheel stud, just because taking tires on and off, they can become loose. You don't have to deal with that at the track last minute when you're trying to hurry up on the race. And then I'll lube up the bearings, and then I'll re-grease the clutch, is what I like to do. See, and those are loose. Just like I was saying, they're loose on me after one weekend. Okay. Alright, day 5, night before the races. One of my favorite things to do is make my kart look really good. So I have this glitter body that I got from Haskin. I like using SC1. It's high gloss. It's made for dirt bikes, race cars, everything. Not only does it put a nice shine and gloss on your kart, but it's a lot easier to clean off. The dirt doesn't stick to the body as much. You can either just wipe it off or hose it off when you're done and ready for cleaning. Now what I really like about this stuff is the way it makes this glitter just pop. Makes the graphics shine. I mean, it's just awesome stuff. I recommend it for anybody. So here we are at the end, about to load the trailer. Basically a little recap on what we did. Sunday we washed the kart and pressure washed the tires, got them all clean. Monday we did our prep and conditioning for the tires. We checked the durometer, made sure that it's the right durometer that we want to be for the track. We checked every single nut and bolt on the kart, including the wheel sets, to make sure everything is nice and tight, no surprises for the weekend. We changed the oil in it. We also sprayed the high gloss on it to keep the dirt so the maintenance this coming weekend is done. And I'm pretty sure that's it.